Okay, today I want to talk about the Pixels game, but before I do so, I need to address some things. I make these videos to express my opinion, feeling, and the experiences I get while playing these games. And because the community of Splinterlands came forward and pointed out some things that I had missed, I will do a follow-up video on Splinterlands after they make the updates of land, the nodes, and all the features they are having on their roadmap. To be fair, I never said Splinterlands is a dead game like how Farmer's World was, but for me it wasn't a fun game and the earning potential wasn't there, so it wasn't something I would recommend to my friends. Now let's jump into the Pixels. So as you know, I'm covering the top 20 games that the CoinGecko GameFi report pointed out, and Pixel is one of them, and it has about 110,000 active players as of November 2023. Going to the Pixels page on Dap Radar, you can see that it's showing about 172,000 active players in the past 24 hours, and if you go further down and check out the historical activity, you can see in the past 90 days the activity has shooted up and it's on a growth trajectory. So as some people pointed out that the volumes on Dap Radar are not to be trusted, I'm not going to talk about volumes on Dap Radar anymore. So I'm going to look at the trade volumes on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, whichever has the coin. I'm looking at CoinGecko. You can see about $266,000 worth of volume is happening for this token, and since it's only on Ronin network, it's happening on Katana exchange, and I'm guessing this is all related to the in-game activities. Maybe some people are speculating on the price, but it should be the in-game activity and the players doing all the trade. Here's another chart that I'm looking at. It's the social score, and it shows how often is the game being talked about on the social medias, which is showing the same trajectory. It's going up and it's growing. And checking out the social pages of Pixels, you can see that their Twitter is active and they have the followers and they're doing updates and people are following and those kind of stuff. Their Discord is also the same thing. There are lots of people talking over there. As you know, this game is getting hyped because of the upcoming airdrop, and their YouTube channel has a decent amount of videos, and they're doing AMAs regularly every week. And I've heard that they can do the AMAs, like people can join in the game and watch the AMAs from there. They have a theater inside the game and you can take your avatar in the theater and watch the AMA from there. And checking out YouTube, you can see there are a lot of people talking about this game and there are a lot of videos being made. So the community is there, the hype is there, the traction is there. Everyone's looking at it. And I read in this report, although the number of users is very high, but there are a low number of bots being used. I don't know how they calculated that, but they're saying that the number of bots is actually low. So going to the website, you can see that it has a nice looking website. It shows the in-game graphic. It talks about bringing in different communities and different IPs into the game. It talks about how it's going to be a social game. You can earn rewards and you can have your own world, which is your land. And talking about land, you can check the lands on OpenSea. There are 5,000 lands and the prices are actually very high. So as you can see, the price has risen since September 2003. They have actually 10x from there, and the activity is very high. So you can see in the past few hours there are many lands being sold, although the price is expensive, so 4,000 5,000 for a land, and only 2% of the land has been listed. So after checking the land, they talk about the tokens they have the berry token and the pixel. The pixel is being airdropped so to the players, and the berry is the in-game currency that they use for selling stuff and buying stuff for the farming. And the pixel token, according to their light paper, is the premium currency, so it's for speed ups, those skins and those kind of stuff that happens with a premium currency. They talk about their investors and number of players. I don't know why it's 900,000. Maybe it's 900,000 wallets have connected to this game. That's how they're counting it. And they have a page on their team, so you can see who are the teams behind this game. And these two guys have co-founded Gamehouse, which is a game development company. So they have this kind of puzzle game, matching game, those kind of games. So they have experience with these kind of games and 2D games, but this is not important. We want to see how the pixel game actually plays. Before I jump into the game, they have a light paper which you can read and know what's their mission, what they want to do, and what are the future updates. I'm saying future updates because there are some stuff in the light paper which has not been yet implemented into the game. Maybe that's why the light paper has not been modified for more than a year now. Let's jump into the game. So once you're in the game, you have this character. If you have an NFT which is integrated into the game, you can change that by pressing here, going to NFT avatars, and if they find anything, you can select that. But I made this guy which I tried to look like Bob Ross, and this is how the game actually looks. So you have this environment, this is the map, this is the main area, the Terra Villa, which all the players come to it first. Then they have different buildings and places you can go to. They have the shop, they have the sauna for gaining energy, they have the farms you can go to fast, and they have some workbenches and those kind of stuff that you need in the game. I'm not going to talk about the functionality of the game. I'm just going to take a look at how the game feels to me and how I play it. So one thing that I first noticed, that the character walks very slowly. So if I want to get from one point to another point, it's going to take a lot of time. But time is something it's not really cared about in this game. So this game being a farming game, you gotta grind and keep grinding to increase your levels. So as you can see, you have a skills tab, 16 different skills, and 2 more are being added. So they're upcoming skills, and they said they're gonna update the game every 2 weeks and bring newer stuff. But the problem I have with this game that it takes a lot of time. So for example, I have a task. So I've done this task where I have a task like sticks and planks. I have to come to the woodworking bench, which is this saw machine, and it's on the east side, so that's how you would know. Then I can create fallen log or stick. It's weird that I cannot make a stool. So I read somewhere that I can make a stool while having a low experience, but I couldn't. So I have to press create, and it takes 10 seconds. So I have to actually wait 10 seconds until this stick is being made, and I gain 1 experience for each time I do this. So 10 seconds with all the create and collect and those kind of stuff. So maybe 12-13 seconds. And I would need 213 experience points to reach to the next level. So as you can see, it's going to take time. And they have different type of quests. So now I have another quest that I have to make a candy king eggnog macchiato, which I have no idea how I can make it, and the game doesn't really tell you, which I don't mind. I don't like the game spoon feeding me every details of the game, but maybe at the beginning a little direction and assistance wouldn't hurt. But it doesn't matter because there are third-party websites being developed, and they are here to help us navigate through this game and try to progress even faster. For example, this quest also, I have to look for honor inside a building somewhere in central Taravilla, which is not bad. So it's trying to make you go about and explore the area. It's not bad. You can always do that. It's necessary to do that to get a feeling if you want to play this game. But let's jump to those websites and see how they can help us. So the first website is Tribally, which at the time I was recording this video, they actually added another calculator, reputation calculator. And if you're playing this game, you already know what you're looking for and how to use this. And if you're looking to play this game, use these tools. They will help you a lot in progressing and knowing what you're doing in the game. But I'm just going to use the calculator to show you what I mean, that this game is really time consuming and you really need to dedicate yourself to the game. So for example, so right now I'm at level 2 farming, and let's say I want to get to level 8. So the items that I can use to get to that level are these items, but let's say I go with the simplest one, the one that I know I can buy from the shop, and it's easy, it's simple, I can do that. So with this calculation, to get to level 8, I need about 1293 pop berries, and it's going to take me about 21 hours 33 minutes. And it's not taking in consideration the harvesting and the planting time that it takes, because I cannot plant all of these at once. So there's going to be a few seconds in between, which will eventually add up. So it's going to be more than even this time. And this is just getting to level 8. And for now, each skill has 100 levels, and there are 16 skills. So you do the math how long it's going to take. So let's change the item. Maybe we can do it faster with orange grumpkin. Oh, it's going to take 48 days. No, okay. Let's choose Java bean. 81 days. What? It's going to take even longer. So let's check out the second website. It's pixels.tips, and over here you can have a look at a chart that it helps you to optimize your playtime. So the 3 main things that are in the game is the experience, the energy, and the profit you can make. So the prices of the berries and those kind of stuff, and these will change according to the market prices. So the in-game market actually fluctuates. So at this time, pop berry is going to give you 1.46 berry per energy that you put in. So maybe a butterberry is better, but butterberry takes 20 minutes. So you have to decide if you're gonna stick to the game and be by the computer, or you're gonna live for some hours. Maybe you can plant other stuff. And there's a market which it shows the available items on the market, and you can like press on them and you can see the price history and decide how you're gonna engage with the market. So Pixels actually reminds me of World Wide Web. It was a game that came out in 2020 or 2021. It was the same kind of game, 2D pixelated game, and but it was more of an ARPG kind of game. So we didn't have to farm for stuff, but we had some missions we had to go look for and try to find hidden places and play a story, which I would say I prefer that game more than Pixels. Pixel is very heavily on the farming side. Okay, before I wrap this up, I need to talk about the earning potential. Because the berry token has been out since November 2023, there is not much data regarding the ROI people are making. But looking at the Discord and talking to people, I found out that most people are saying that they can get a return on their investment within a month. So what kind of investment would you ask, since this is a free-to-play game? To be able to withdraw your berries, you need a VIP membership, and as it says here, that will cost you $10 per month. But this is not quite true. Once you head to the dashboard, you can see that they don't sell it per month, month. They only sell it per 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months, and it's gonna be about 19 RON tokens. So the lowest VIP membership is gonna cost you about 34 to 40 bucks. So let's assume that it's gonna cost you 35 bucks. You can always gather enough berry first and then try to get the VIP. So maybe just grind for 6 months, gather as much as berry as you want, then at the end buy the VIP, withdraw, and try to make a profit. And by looking at today's berry prices, and you want to make 35 bucks, so you need about 45,000 berries. So let's head to the calculator and find out how many pop berries we need to plant and to get that much berry. So you need about 22,500 berries to have a profit of 45,000 berries. But this is when you sell to the MPC market, which is a fixed price and doesn't fluctuate. There's also a way to sell to other players, and you can see that it's above 6 berries right now. But to sell to other players, you need your farming skills to be high, and I think you need a VIP membership for that to get your reputation higher. And looking back at this, it's gonna take you about 15 days, and this is 15 consecutive days planting pop berries, and it's gonna take 1 minute for each one to pop up. So you're gonna be stuck to the computer for the whole time. But you can always plant other stuff and gather berries other ways. So I'm guessing people are talking about getting their return of investment in 1 month. Maybe it's doable, but it's gonna be a grind. And as for how I see this game, I would say it's too early to decide what's the fate for this game is gonna be. As with most Web3 games, at the beginning there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of potential, and there's a lot of prizes and profits to be won. And since they still have their token to be launched, so we have to wait and see what is going to happen after that. I want to see if the players will stay around and still play this game, or they were just here for the airdrop. And also this game for now, it's all about the grind and the farming and leveling up, and it's quite a repetitive job, and the fun will soon replace itself for being a job. But I would see players trying to get some earnings from this game and continue grinding. And of course, since this game is a 2D game and it's a web-based game, they can easily add updates and features to this game. And I hope to see a story, something that gives people a reason to play this game. And we have to see how the 2 token ecosystem is gonna work, because what they're doing it's quite nice. It's actually what I was thinking about a game like Clash of Clans, to be some people farming and gathering loot and the others going for the fights and doing the wars. So over here, some people will do the farming and the crafting and those kind of stuff, and others will be fighting for the leaderboard to get the pixel tokens, because what they say that the pixel token is going to be distributed to the top players. So the players who are fighting for the leaderboard and the pixel token will have to buy the stuff from the free-to-play gamers who are crafting and putting stuff on the market, so they can keep grinding on the leaderboard and trying to be on top. And once they get the pixel tokens, now they have to decide if they want to cash it out or they want to use it on themselves and get a boost and get ahead of the curve and again keep on being on the top of the leaderboard. So that's actually quite interesting for me how it's going to play out. So what I think about this game is not going to be a fun game that you're going to relax and enjoy your time of just being here, not caring about the earnings and those kind of stuff. It's actually the opposite. You're going to care about how you're going to earn and maximize your earning potential. So many people might leave the game because it's not for them. It's very time consuming and they need to dedicate themselves. But the aspect of optimizing and using the market and buying and selling the tokens, trying to be on the leaderboard or trying to maximize your profit, that's a fun part. And I will watch this game from the side to see how this is gonna work out. So if you're a type of person that enjoys putting up spreadsheets and trying to optimize your game progress, this is a game for you. Of course, you have to have the time and the dedication to come back to the game and collect all your items, then start crafting other stuff and keep track of all of those things. But if you're planning to play 1 hour, 2 hours a day and maybe gain $5, $10 like that, no, it's not gonna happen unless you level up further, so you can unlock different stuff that you can leave them for like 8 hours to generate and then come once or twice a day and just harvest those. I wonder if they're gonna allow people to sell their accounts, maybe grind to maximize the skills levels and tell them to other players who are lazy but want to start halfway in between. We just have to wait and see. So that's it for this video. As always, thank you for watching. If you played this game, comment down and tell us what you like about this game, how you're playing it, what's your strategy. And if you're like me and you decided to let go of the game, please write down what was your thought process and what you think about the future of this game. And if you enjoy watching these videos, please subscribe so we can keep the dialogue going, and see you in the next videos.